Okay, welcome. Okay, on this video, I'll show you how to create virtual machines on your computer using VMware Workstation 12 Pro. Okay, the reason why I'm using Pro version, that's the trial version for this edition, is because Pro version, you can simulate Hyper-V because Hyper-V it has a revert options where meaning after every lab session or practice, let's say you have something that didn't go as the way you wanted it to be, and you made some wrong configurations. So maybe you want to roll back to the earlier date and time, you can revert. So on Workstation Pro, you have that option. Workstation 12 player, you don't have that option. Okay. So I'm gonna show you how to get this workstation first. So workstation, you just type this. Okay, click on the first link, and then here you will see these two options. Click on Windows. Okay, sorry. Click on Go to Downloads, and then you wanna download now. After downloading, you just run the installation. So basically, just click on next, anything that's positive. Click on next, and then after installation, you will see this. Okay, and then when you create a new virtual machine, of course, you will need ISO. Is the file, the installer, whatever you call it. So how do you get Windows Server 2012 ISO? Just type Windows Server 2012 R2 download. Okay, click on the first result. It will bring you here. Okay, it will bring you here. Say evaluation is 180 days, which is enough, basically. So before downloading, you have to sign in. Okay, sign in with your Microsoft account and password. After that, you'll be able to download and save it where you want to save it, and remember where you save the ISO file also. So after downloading, after installing Workstation Pro and downloading ISO, you can then proceed to create a new virtual machine. Okay, click on next. So always click on this easier. Next, and then look for your ISO. So first we will want to install Windows Server, right? Okay, open. Next, then I'm gonna name it DC1. This will be act as our domain controller. Okay, then this is where you save the virtual machine. So for me, I'll just save it on default. Next, allocate this space for the virtual machine for the VM. So basically, normally for practice, 20 gig is enough. Okay, I'll stick to 20 gig, and then this leave it on this option. Click on next, then you're done. Finish. Then after clicking on finish, it will automatically start the installation. You have to click on a few options. The lab preparation, like installing DC server and one client, which PC1 running on Windows 7, will take roughly around 45 minutes. Yeah, 45 minutes, 1 hour max. Okay, so let's follow on this video. Next. Install now. Okay, you want to install okay, server with a GUI. Okay, don't install server core because it will only show you command line interface. So graphic user interface is all this. You can see start button, etc. Graphics. Okay, then select next. So click on custom and then go ahead and click next. And then the installation will start. Okay. While waiting for this, I'll go ahead and create another virtual machine, which is server one. So same thing, browse for the ISO. I'm gonna call it server one. Okay, next, finish. So the installation will be concurrent. I'm gonna skip this part, installation part. So this is on server one, same thing, same approach as DC1. Notice that I'm not on full screen on the VM because in order to run full screen, you will have to install this VMware tools. I will show the later part of this video. So only after OS installation and it boots into Windows, then you will be able to install VMware tools. This will install the graphics driver. So Windows Server 2012, unlike 2008, 2008 there's 32-bit version of it, but 2008 R2 and later, which is 2012 server, it only runs on 64 bits CPU computers. So how do you know if you will be able to create a virtual lab environment using your personal computer at home? You will first need to verify that you have these features on your CPU. So what you want to do is just type on this systeminfo.exe. Okay, this will show you okay if your CPU has this feature, then you will be able to run with VMware. If you do not have this feature, you can run VMware but only install 32-bit OS. So basically, in a nutshell, is to say that you need this to run a server 2012 VM. Without this, you won't be able to do this lab. Okay. So yeah, just type on systeminfo.exe. This will show you all this system type. Yeah, your your VM, all this. Oh yes, to run Hyper-V. Hyper-V, you will need this and also this. Unfortunately, my processor doesn't support SLAD, so I won't be simulating Hyper-V. I'm only simulating VMware. Okay. VMware and Hyper-V, what's the difference? Is that Hyper-V is a built-in feature, that built-in feature that's available in Windows 8, 8.1 and Windows 10 Pro and Enterprise version of it edition. So if you are using Windows 8, 8.1, 10 Home Edition, you won't be able to have Hyper-V. Okay, so on DC one we are done with the OS installation. So just type any password you like for the administrator account. Server one soon. Okay, this is the control button. So type in the password you created earlier on. And then we are in. Okay. You will notice that this this prompt will show. It says Windows license is expired. Not to worry, I will show you how to extend the evaluation later. Okay, firstly I like to do is install the VMware tools. See, as of right now, I can adjust the virtual machine's screen size or resolution. So I have to do this first. Then click on this, run setup. Next, next. Okay. After this installation, it will this will- it will reboot the VM. So after the VM has reboot, then you can adjust the screen size. So this is on server 1. So I'm gonna do the same thing as for server 1, which is to install the VMware tools. Okay, and this will restart the VM. Okay, we go back to DC. So right now we can adjust the screen size. You see? Okay, then we log in. Okay, let's wait for server one. So while waiting for server one, I'm gonna create client PC, which will be using Windows 7 Pro. Okay. Then make sure on this part you click on Windows 7 Professional, because if you were to select Home Basic or Home Premium, you won't be able to join domain using these two edition of Windows 7. So at least it's Professional or Ultimate. Professional is enough. Okay, then click on Next. Did not enter product key. Okay, continue. Yes. So name the VM PC1. Next. Then same thing. Gonna put finish. And for Windows 7, you don't have to do anything during the installation. The VMware will install for you automatically, so you can just leave it on this part. Okay, as for now, we have basically created one domain controller, one server, and one client. Okay. So how do you create a domain? Go to DC1. Okay, before we create domains, there's some basic settings that we have to go through, which is changing the computer name, also time zone, and also IP address. Okay, so to click on computer name to change the computer's name. I'm gonna name it DC1. Okay, you can join to domain yet because there's no domain controller. Okay, we haven't created any for us, so only do this for now. Same for server one. Close, restart later. Okay, next is the time. Time Monday. Okay, the time is okay. Next is on the Ethernet. I'm just gonna rename this. So to change the IP address, this is how you do it. Okay, click on this hyperlink. Right click on the adapter. Click on properties. Select this. Either you double click or you click on properties. Okay. So for DC one, we're gonna use 192.168.1. 255, and that's all. There's no default gateway, there's no DNS server. Okay, and then you see that the changes hasn't reflect yet. So what you do is click on task, click on refresh. Okay, then it's okay. So now to change the computer name, after doing this, you have to restart the machine. Okay, restart. Okay, server 1. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing as per DC1. Change computer name, IP address, and time zone. Then after that, restart the machine. Okay, for server 1, we'll be using 192.168.2. The gateway will be DC, DNS also. 8.1. Okay, now restart. This is on server 1. Okay, DC1 after restarting. Okay, login. Click on local server. Notice that the computer name has already changed. Okay, alright. So let's wait on PC1. So summary, we have done. We have created 3 virtual machines. Okay, 3 virtual machines. And change its computer names and IP address. For DC1 is 8.1, server 1 is 8.2. Okay, then I'm gonna restart now. Okay, PC1 is about done with the OS installation. Right now, these two server are just a normal standalone server. See, there's no rules or features that's been installed yet. So later on, we'll install or add role on DC1 as ADDS and then promote it to domain controller. Okay. Um, Finally done with installing PC1. Takes a long time to install Windows 7 compared to Windows Server. Okay. Um, okay. So basic settings for DC1 and Server 1 has been done, and um, right now PC1 hasn't joined to any domain, of course, because we haven't created any forest yet or domain, and we haven't set an IP address for this PC1. So for virtual lab environment configuration for setup, during the setup only, we will first have to assign a static IP address. So I'm gonna assign this 192.168.3 1.1. Okay. This I will put as mm, either way works. Home or work network is okay. Close. So you want to check that it will be able to ping. Okay, ping 192.168.1.8.1. Okay, 8.2. Okay, means there's connectivity between these three machines. Okay, you want to make sure that you change this part for all three virtual machines. Click on VM settings. Okay, on the network adapter, make sure it's not selected net or host only. Okay, uh, just create a LAN segment. Click on LAN segments. Then just create any name for this lab. I'll just create a name testlab.local. Okay, so make sure all the VM is under one LAN segment. I've already done it earlier, that's why it's able to ping. Okay, testlab.local, all the same. VM settings, testlab.local. Okay, so we've done with all the virtual machines installation. Now to the next portion of the video, which is to create a domain. Okay, to create a domain and join PC1 and server1 into testlab.local. That's the domain that I'll be creating, the name. So how you do that is click on add roles and features. Again, this is during the virtual lab environment setup. This will be done only once, which is on DC1. So click on next, select this, add features, select the second one, next, 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 install. First, it will install ADDS. Then after installing, you will have to promote it to a domain controller. Yeah, I will show you that later. Okay, installation is done. Close. After closing, click on this flag. Then notice there's this option. Select this option. And then go here, add new forest. You can name it anything like it.local or what. So for my lab, I'll create testlab.local. Password. The rest of this, just click on next. Next. Okay, install. Installation will take around 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay, after installation, this will pop up, and automatically your DC1 will be reboot, will be restarted. Okay, so after restart, you will notice this your domain name slash administrator. This means that you will log in as a domain administrator. Okay, type in your password. Okay, after restarting, you will notice that there's a DNS service here, and also ADDS. Okay, for ADDS to work, it needs DNS. So that's why when you promote a server into a domain controller, it will automatically install DNS, and also create your it also creates your domains forward lookup zone automatically. Okay, so now the last part of this video of this configuration is just to join the other virtual machine into your domain. Okay, I had to try that a few times. Maybe because DC1 was still starting the service. Okay, so that's how you join a machine to a domain. After that, restart. So same goes for PC1. Click on start, right click computer, select properties, and select change setting, click on change, select domain, and then enter the domain name, test.local, okay, type in admin, domain admin's password, okay. So you see this is the computer name slash account name. This means that you will be logging in as a local administrator. Okay, you will log in only directly into this computer. So if you want to log in as a domain administrator, click on the arrow, select type in the domain name followed by this, and then the account's name. Okay, now you are logged on as a domain administrator. Also, take note of the Windows firewall. You should be seeing a domain colon on. Now, right now, it's showing public. Okay, what you want to do is click on this. You see, it says it's not connected. Actually, it's already connected. Okay, if you get to this point, right, what you will do is just go to your network interface card. What you will do is just right click and disable it. Okay, then give it a few seconds before you enable it back. So enable, then will show your domain name. Okay, after that you click on task and refresh. So yeah, so also if the computer has joined to a domain, you will see this logon. So let's log in as administrator for test lab. Okay, so it's first time a domain admin is logging on to the PC1. That's why it's creating a new profile. So you're done. So all one domain, and if you were to go to DC1, it automatically creates PC1 and server 1's host records. Okay, there's no DHCP. DHCP I will create on another video. Okay, for now, oh, before I end, you, okay, after completing all this, shut down all the virtual machine. Shut down all. Okay, once it shut down, just close this, and this. Okay, click on home. You should see, okay, select, okay, select this. This will show the library. Okay, what we will be doing is create a snapshot. Okay, So you have to click on the machine first, right click, click on snapshot. Okay, take snapshot. This is the same as Hyper-V's checkpoint. Okay, checkpoint and revert. So I'm gonna name it um, maybe refresh. So reverts reverts to I don't know what to name it. So okay, description you can just put this. So click on take snapshot. Do this for all. Uh, keyword. Mm, Okay, I will show you a demo. Why do this? Refresh. Okay, let's say okay we've done a snapshot. Name refresh. Okay, let's say if I were to do some changes on DC1 after creating the snapshot, right? Okay, let's do a simple thing. Maybe just mm, okay. I do the simplest. Change. No, no, no. Okay. For example, after the snapshot, I install add a DHCP server role. Okay. And you can create multiple snapshots on a single VM. That's for info. Okay, let's say I've already installed the DCP here. Okay, and then let's say um, I just shut down. And I'd want to take the time to remove the DCP from here. Okay, so what I can do is just shut this VM, shut down. Just simply Okay, so what you can do is just click on right click. You do right click snapshot and revert. Okay, you can select this description. So maybe description also you can name it. Name it install ADDS. DNS. So can do all this. Okay, refresh. So see by restoring this snapshot, the current state will be lost. So meaning this will revert back to. So if I were to power on this domain controller, there will be no DHCP service installed. Okay, so we have done with this video. That's about it. So I hope you find it